Hello, brilliant minds, and welcome to the Peak Tales. I'm your host, Elias Grant. Today, we're thrilled to launch an entirely new series on our channel, Two Inventions, Two Stories. In each episode of this series, we'll journey together through time, exploring the fascinating origins, the ingenious creators, and the world-altering impact of two pivotal inventions. We'll uncover the moments of inspiration, the challenges faced, and how these breakthroughs have fundamentally shaped our past, present, and future. For our very first adventure, we're going back to the dawn of civilization to explore two innovations so fundamental they literally laid the groundwork for everything that followed: the wheel and writing. Our first stop takes us to an invention so ubiquitous, so deeply embedded in the fabric of our daily lives that we often forget its revolutionary power: the wheel. Imagine for a moment a world without it. No cars, no trains, no bicycles, not even a simple wheelbarrow. How would our world function? Let's roll back the centuries to uncover its story. The story of the wheel begins not with transportation, as many might assume, but in Mesopotamia around the 4th millennium BCE. That's over 5,500 years ago. The earliest evidence points to its use as a potter's wheel. Imagine the scene: a skilled artisan shaping clay with newfound speed and precision thanks to a rotating platform. This simple yet profound innovation allowed for the mass production of pottery, transforming daily life, storage, and trade. But the true genius of the wheel was yet to be fully unleashed. It wasn't long before ingenious minds adapted this rotating principle for a far grander purpose: transportation. Solid wooden discs, perhaps initially rollers placed under heavy objects, evolved into spoked wheels attached to axles, creating the first carts and chariots. This was a game changer. Suddenly, heavy loads could be moved across vast distances with unprecedented ease. Agriculture flourished, as farmers could transport larger harvests. Trade routes expanded, connecting distant communities and fostering cultural exchange. Cities could grow larger as resources could be brought in more efficiently. Even warfare was revolutionized, with chariots becoming formidable instruments of power. The wheel didn't just carry goods, it carried ideas, it carried progress. It literally set civilization in motion. From those early potter's wheels in Sumer to the complex gears in our modern machines, the humble wheel remains a testament to human ingenuity. It's a foundational invention, a simple circle that has spun humanity forward through millennia, laying the tracks for countless other innovations. It truly is an invention that got the world rolling. From an invention that propelled the physical world, we now turn our gaze to another monumental breakthrough from the same fertile cradle of civilization. An invention that gave humanity its memory and its voice across time: writing. How do we know about the achievements of the Mesopotamians, the laws of ancient empires, or the thoughts of philosophers long gone? The answer lies in the power of writing. Before its invention, knowledge was fleeting, passed down orally, susceptible to change and loss. But with writing, ideas could be anchored, preserved, and transmitted with astonishing fidelity. Our second story also unfolds in Sumer, Mesopotamia, roughly concurrently with the wheel's emergence in the 4th millennium BCE. The development of complex societies, with burgeoning cities, organized agriculture, and expanding trade, created a pressing need: record-keeping. How do you keep track of grain stores, livestock, tax payments, or trade agreements in a pre-literate society? The Sumerians devised a solution: cuneiform. This early form of writing involved using a reed stylus to press wedge-shaped marks onto wet clay tablets, which were then dried or baked for permanence. Initially, these marks were pictographic, representing objects, but over time they evolved to represent sounds and abstract concepts, becoming a true script capable of capturing the nuances of language. What began as a practical tool for accountants and administrators soon blossomed into something far more profound. With writing, the Sumerians could codify laws, like the famous Code of Hammurabi that came later in Mesopotamia. They could record their myths, legends, and religious beliefs, the Epic of Gilgamesh being a prime example. They documented astronomical observations, mathematical calculations, and medical knowledge. Writing allowed for the accumulation and dissemination of knowledge on an unprecedented scale. It enabled the administration of vast empires, the formalization of education, and the birth of literature and history as we know it. Writing didn't just record history, it made history in a new way. It gave humanity a collective memory, a bridge across the chasm of time, allowing us to learn from the past and build on the wisdom of our ancestors. It is the invention that literally scribed our story. And so, dear listeners, from the revolutionary rotation of the wheel to the enduring marks of cuneiform script, we've explored two inventions that truly spun and scribed the foundations of our world on this first episode of Two Inventions, Two Stories, here on the Peak Tales. They remind us that even the most complex aspects of our modern lives rest on the brilliant simplicity of ancient innovations. Thank you so much for joining us on this inaugural journey. If you're as fascinated by these stories of human ingenuity as we are, please make sure to subscribe to the Peak Tales YouTube channel. Your support is what allows us to keep unearthing these incredible narratives. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram at The Peak Tales for behind-the-scenes content, sneak peeks, and more discussions about the marvels of invention. Until then, keep questioning, keep exploring, and stay curious.